Welcome back to Cryptic Corner, a place where we take a deep dive into the internet's mysteries and the occasional movie review. I am your host, Travis, and above me are my beautiful co-hosts, starting with Harry.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Big Harry.
And Jared.
Hi, I'm Jared.
And today...
We should do a dab.
And today we are talking about SCP, which is Secure, Contain, Protect. I don't know much about this. Also, I didn't really do my research because I had other issues going on. So I'm gonna let the two up here who did the research.
I have a bit of an intro script I can go over for the podcast listeners.
Please do.
I was gonna actually ask them real quick.
What's up?
That's right.
Go for it, Bungus.
I was gonna ask, because I feel like it'd be interesting. How did you guys discover SCP?
Through exactly the type of video that is your background right now. The stupid, YouTube poops of, yesteryear.
That's
and I saw that, and I read up a little bit on them because I was slightly interested in where the fuck all of this came from.
That's awful.
Yeah,
What about you, Travis?
I discovered SCP through a channel called Nightmind. He's fucking awesome. If you guys don't know who he is, I recommend going to check him out. He dove into a little bit of the obscure ones.
I think most of them are obscure.
Nah.
What was the uncle one? Who's basically this humanized locust or whatever.
Oh, I heard about that one before. I don't know the name though.
I don't know the
name.
That
one doesn't
either.
ring a bell at all.
I'll have to find it, and then I'll tell you guys about it on the next episode. But real quick, before we go and dive into this topic, I have a little proposal for the people in the audience and the two above. Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we should do a review on it, but we have to get the masks in order to do it. If you guys want that episode...
That's what, dude, we'll sound like shit. We gotta find masks that we can talk through that don't sound
that's
part of the charm. That's part of the charm.
It's part of the charm, dude.
Listeners want to listen to that shit?
Listen, if you guys want to listen to that shit, yeah. Look, you already sound just like the animatronic in the game, dude. If you guys want to listen to that shit, 10 likes and we'll do it. We're not asking for much. We're just asking for your support. Yeah.
That's a low bar.
10 likes.
We are just starting, so I mean, low is the goal. It's like Limbo. How low
1 million likes.
No, don't listen to him, you guys.
And then we'll
you guys don't have to hit the like button if you don't want to. But I mean, you totally should.
Do it. Yeah.
Anyways,
okay.
That's our proposal. I thought it would be a cool idea, fun idea. Not it just embarrass all of us. Anyways, into the topic. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So I prepared a little bit of a script for this, and I think I'll do the introduction, and then I want maybe Bungus, you can talk on yours, unless you want me to talk on one of my SCPs first. But
yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was gonna say, all right, everyone. Welcome to today's exploration of the SCP Foundation. Today we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of these anomalous objects, entities, and phenomena through the lens of the SCP forums. The SCP Foundation, as some of you might know, is a fictional organization tasked with containing these anomalies and keeping them hidden from the public. The vast number of documented SCPs, each with its own unique story and containment procedures. I fucked that up. Their unique story and containment procedures is truly staggering. What's even more interesting is the collaborative nature of the SCP mythos. With contributions from countless writers online, the SCP universe continues to grow and evolve. So this, in short, this is a forum on a website on the internet that people can go to either read about posts that people have made or create a post from a quote-unquote SCP that they've come up with, extremely similar to the creepypasta forums from years and years and years ago.
It's like an internet community of people who are into horror. It's very, very cool and interesting.
It's like the back
and there's
rooms, right?
thousands of them.
The backrooms came from SCP.
Yeah,
The backrooms very much
the
reminds you of
backrooms
like a
idea.
Zoomer
uh,
SCP.
It did like, I believe it was like inspired by SCP, but it didn't. It didn't like
They're-
come from it. It was inspired.
They're very reminiscent
No,
of each other.
It came from SCP. It is an SCP.
I don't think so.
The as far as I understand, and I just learned this the other day, the backrooms, most everybody knows what the backrooms is. So I don't think any of us covers that on this podcast because it's been so milked dry by the internet. But the backrooms, it was somebody went and found the actual place that photo was taken.
That was like
by
a
the
week
way.
ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, somebody found the photo, and it's been turned into an RC racing facility. So there's none of those walls or anything are there anymore, but somebody was able to line it up, and it's pretty fucking obvious. But
That's crazy.
Really quick, I did a little fact checking. This is an AI overview, and this is from Quora. No, the fictional location of the backrooms originated from 4chan, so not.
I thought it did
SCP.
originate from 4chan.
It is
like a
its
4chan
own
post.
separate thing from the SCP Foundation.
which is interesting because I guess the SCP and the backrooms are kind of synonymous with each other at this point. Because you
Yeah.
play the backrooms in SCP games.
The
Yeah.
backrooms is mainly like weird liminal spaces. Like the whole idea is like unknown landscapes, and then later down the line, because for those who don't know, I fucking love the backrooms. Like people made there's a whole fucking wiki for the backrooms, and people will create like their own entities, their own like areas, but this isn't about the back rooms, all right? Just don't get me started on it. This is about SCP, so let's get back on topic to the SCP.
I'll comment and say I don't think the backrooms is very cool anymore. I think
I-
they overdid it
I
when they
still
started
like it.
adding
Agreed.
levels and shit to it. It's just too much.
I think they
They
gamified it a
milked
bit.
Yeah, it's just
I like-
supposed to be an office space that it never ends.
Yeah,
That's it.
I know I sound like an old man here, but I'm with Harry. I like SCP's kind of the same thing though, but I like SCP though because it very much it fits it a lot more. Because it's like
That the whole
when you look at
point
the
of
wiki,
it
it's
is
like a
different.
file. You're looking at it like a file, like
Yeah.
a file, like a document file you're not supposed to, and that was like kind of part of the appeal. But
So
speaking of SCP,
I could go over my first SCP if you'd like.
I was just gonna give it a little bit more background.
Yeah, go for it. If you got more
So-
to talk on the background of this, go for it.
Yeah,
Inform me.
yeah. So SCP actually ended up starting on 4chan in 2007 from a post. And it was actually SCP-173. And people liked it so much that they end up creating more SCPs, and that's how all started snowballing from there, which is really interesting because that's over a decade old, 15 years
SCP-173
old.
is one that I'm talking about today.
That's like, I think that's the most famous one by far, and
Yeah.
for good reason. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Isn't IKEA also an SCP?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was before the backrooms too.
Not by much, but I think so.
Yeah,
I didn't go over IKEA as well because
There's-
that one's also kind of overused.
there's so many like interesting SCPs. Clockwork Virus, Coffee Machine. I don't know their designated names. 999 is a funny one. The gun that shoots like teeth is another one. Yeah, there's a lot of just like weird, interesting ones.
Yeah. So I guess to put it extremely simply, this is just the SCP forum and stories that come from it are literally just weird ideas that people come up with of things that could be creepy, or some of them are nice, some of them are good, but most things are like things that are super fucking weird that you might see in a horror movie, but they try to tell it in a way that it makes it sound real in this military facility where they keep them away from the public.
Yeah,
It's basically Area 51, actually.
yeah,
This is
Yeah.
what everybody believes is going on in Area 51.
that's very much
Aliens!
what it is.
Yeah.
Basically,
So, I actually wasn't aware that SCP-173 was the original one.
This is the first one. Yeah.
So that's super interesting. I'm glad I picked that because I wanted to do one that most everybody would know, and then a couple that are a little bit like offshoots that still would kind of resonate with people. So
Yeah.
I've spent some time doing that. Go ahead. Do you have something to say?
I was thinking of trying to find a good place to put it up. Because, like, I have also the classifications for SCPs. I'll wait until, like...
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Or do you want me to do it now, or do you want me to put that down later?
What do you mean by put that down?
I mean, like, lay it out, like, what the classifications are and stuff. Because I find that also
you can
very
go for it.
interesting.
You can classify, if you know what 173 is, go ahead and classify it.
Yeah, so all SCPs have, like, a classification. I think the 4 ones that we need to know are, the 4 classifications are Safe, Euclid, Kether, and Thaumal. Which is a bit, like, the first, I'll explain them all, because they're a bit deceiving, the names. For example, Safe doesn't mean it's safe, per se. It just means it's easy to contain. It requires very little work to contain. So, for example, you had a button, and if you press a button, it would destroy the universe. That would be considered safe, because you could just put it in a room, and it wouldn't escape. It would just stay in there forever.
But
So
what
it's
if I
classified
want to
safe.
press the
Classification.
button?
And, huh?
What if I want to press the button?
You're not allowed in the room.
Well,
Yeah.
shit.
It's mainly for the SCPs, like, not to get in, but for the SP to get out. Euclid is where most, from what I know, sentient objects are, where they, unpredictable and can escape, and they're not super easy to contain. Kether, very hard to contain. And Thaumal's a weird one. Thaumal is an SCP that is used to contain other SCPs.
The Cater class?
No, all the other SCPs,
Okay.
like Euclid, Kether, or Safe, is an SCP used to contain other SCPs.
Cool. So a good guy that's just kind of turned sides.
Yeah, and they actually even have a test on their website called a box test, where it's like, for example, like to classify, for example, if you put the SCP in the box and it just stays in there, it's safe. You put in the box and it can try to escape or does escape, it's Euclid. You put in the box and you have a very hard time keeping it in there, or it escapes very quickly, it's a Kether. If it is the box, then it's a Thaumal.
Oh.
Yeah.
What if it's like a Schrodinger situation and you put it in the box and it ceases to exist as it exists at the same time? That is definitely an SCP.
I don't know. That's
but
probably an
we don't know
SCP,
about-
yeah.
Well, I would just consider that a cat in a box. You just don't know if it's dead or yet.
You don't know it's a
No.
cat. You put it in
Schrodinger's
there.
Schrodinger's cat is an SCP.
Yeah, Schrodinger's cat is an
Confirmed.
SCP.
Yeah, we'll just say that. So I do want to get into my first SCP, which is the first SCP that I've learned now.
The SCP.
So I guess this one, I don't know what classification this would be. This is
I think it's-
SCP-173, the
I think it's
Sculpture.
Euclid.
It's
Sculpture.
sentient in a way, but it would most definitely escape on its own. So
Yeah, exactly. If it can try to escape, then it would be I
yeah.
think it would be Euclid.
So
Is it like?
if
Sorry for interrupting. Is it like Weeping Angel rules for the sculpture?
I was just gonna say, those of you who have watched Doctor Who, you will be extremely familiar with this SCP. This is the I'll go ahead and start reading. Bungus, interrupt me when you know what classification it is.
I'm doing it
This
right now.
is in the vast and enigmatic realm of the SCP Foundation. One of the most unsettling entities is known as SCP-173, also
I
known
knew
as
it.
the Sculpture. At a glance, this concrete statue appears innocuous, but beneath its cold, stony exterior lies a terrifying secret. When no one is directly observing SCP-173, it comes to life with alarming speed and ferocity. Its primary method of attack is snapping the necks of its victims, leaving them lifeless and contorted in its wake. The only known way to contain this deadly predator is to maintain constant eye contact with it. At least 3 personnel must be assigned to stare at SCP-173 at all times, ensuring that it remains quote-unquote frozen in its dormant state. Imagine a psychological toll that such a duty takes on these personnel. Hours turn into days and days turn into weeks as they stay vigilant, unwavering in their gaze. The constant fear of blinking, even for a split second, knowing that a single lapse in concentration could result in their demise. This is a torment beyond comprehension. Well, torment beyond people who haven't watched Doctor Who. The containment procedures for SCP-173 raise a multitude of questions. Is it merely a mindless killing machine driven by an insatiable bloodlust, or is there something more profound and sinister at play? Some theories suggest that SCP-173 might be a vengeful spirit, seeking retribution for unknown atrocities committed in its past. Others speculate that it could be a gateway to another dimension, a portal through which entities from beyond our understanding can seep into our reality. The beauty of SCP mythos lies in its capacity to inspire endless speculation and interpretation. SCP-173 is not just a fictional monster, it's a canvas on which we can paint our fears and anxieties. It represents the unknown lurking in the shadows, the darkness that resides within the depths of our psyche. As we contemplate the enigma that is SCP-173, we are reminded of the vastness of the universe and the mysteries that still shroud our existence. Is it a reminder that there are forces at play beyond our comprehension, and that boundaries beyond reality and the fantastic are often blurred?
Can I just say the nickname for SCP-173 is called the Peanut?
Yeah, Peanut.
Because he looks like a peanut.
Looks like a peanut.
Yeah, very dangerous peanut.
If it's possible, maybe Travis, in editing and post, you can put a picture of this SCP for the viewers. Those of you who want to go and look.
Yeah.
You just grab a PNG or whatever off the internet and put it on the screen.
Yeah, I gotta mark down the
It's
item stamp for it.
also, Harry, it's a Euclid. So
It's Euclid. Okay, so it's not that bad as long as you're looking at it.
yeah. They said, like, you could put in a box, it's just, it will, try to escape and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful it was.
Peanut is bad. Always look at it, so it's definitely Weeping Angel.
Yeah. It's
I don't know
not
what
as
came
deep
first,
as
actually.
Weeping Angel rules. Because an image of SCP-173 doesn't become an SCP in itself. A Weeping Angel does. Sorry for being so much of a nerd all of a sudden, but...
No, it's cool.
It's fair. It's alright.
Even though I don't know much about this topic, I do know of SCP-096, which is
the opposite.
I believe it's the shy guy, where you're
shy
not
guy.
allowed to look at him.
Which, by chance, is the one in Jared's background right now. The white with the red hands, not the guy holding the hamburger.
This man.
Let me
at him. Sorry.
Pull up this really quick.
And this man will not stop. I could explain a little bit now, but I think it'd be good to save for another episode.
I kind of want to go into this one because I don't really like just, not sitting and talking. I at least want to read. I'll read this and then I'll read the log from the official site. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll explain a little bit about him while you do that.
Okay.
Basically,
I was going to read it for the audience.
Okay, yeah, go ahead,
Are
man.
you ready? Go for it.
Item SCP-096. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight seal cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos or recordings of 096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Redacted or 05 Redacted. Description. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height, I don't know what that is converted into inches because I am American.
Very
That
tall,
was about, like,
taller
I'm
than
about to say
Slender
very-
Man.
He's a very
Very
tall
fucking
man.
tall. Yeah, the meter's like 6 foot. No, 2 meters is like
He's a very tall and lanky
Tall.
boy.
tall. Yeah.
Subject shows very little muscle mass with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters. So this dude has some really long arms. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation with no signs of body hair. SCP-96's jaw can open up to 4 times the normal amount of the average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-96 is blind or not. It shows no signs of higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. 096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside the cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-96's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress and will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-96 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 to redacted kilometers per hour, which is very fast and seems to depend
Yeah.
on the distance
Its
of...
slowest speed is 21 miles an hour for our American listeners.
Yeah,
He's very fucking fast.
he's pretty fast. At this point, no known material or method can impede 96's progress. The actual position of 96 does not seem to affect... the actual position of 96-1 does not seem to affect SCP-96's response. It seems to have an initiate sense of 96-1's location. Note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions of the creature.
It does
So-
work pose though.
What's up? Yeah,
So,
so you
if
can
you look
draw
at a
him,
photo of him,
but you can't take a picture of him.
if you take a picture of him or if you look at a photo of him, he will like come after you.
Upon arriving to 96-1's location, SCP-96 will proceed to kill and data expunge, which means it's super bad.
Oh no, what did he do? What is he doing to get expunged?
I don't know. SCP-96-1, 100% of the cases for this fella, there's nothing left of him. So they don't really know what happens. And then he will sit in that spot for several minutes before regaining, like, composure and becoming docile again. So, yeah, so you can be underwater. I believe one of the tests were in space, if I am
I was gonna
remembering
ask that.
correctly.
What happens if you're like on the ISS and you like look at a photo of him?
I'm
She's
pretty
like,
sure she'll
"Aw,
still get
shit."
you. Here's the
Damn.
Pretty sure he jumps.
here's the log. Here's the log. So this is the audio log from interview 96-1. The name of the doctor has been redacted, and the name of the captain has been redacted. So I'll just begin. This is the captain redacted. It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of, besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up. And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing. This is Dr. Redacted now. Could you please describe the mission? Captain Redacted. Yeah, sorry. We had 2 choppers. one with my team, and one backup with Zulu 9-B and Dr. Redacted. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there. Dr. Redacted. Your report says SCP-96 didn't react to the cold. It was negative redacted Celsius. Captain Redacted. Actually, it was negative redacted. And yes, it was butt naked. It didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed and approached the target, and Corporal Redacted got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. Redacted called. I turned to answer.
Redacteds.
Yeah, there's a lot of
This
black
is a
names,
big family.
black text.
Man, all these guys related. They all come from the Redacted family.
Yeah, they're all related, dude.
Yeah.
I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned away, and my whole squad saw it. Wow. And this is I'm just gonna call him Dr. R. That's when SCP-96 entered an agitated emotional state. Captain R. Yeah. Interview now pauses for a second before continuing. Sorry, got the willies for a second. Dr. R. That's alright. Captain R. Yeah, well, I never saw its face. My squad did, and they paid for it. Up the ass. Dr. R.
Damn.
Could you describe it a little more, please? Captain R. I'm sorry if this is really boring. This is really long.
This is the whole script is probably extremely long.
Yeah. This seems like single sentence like transcript, so I think we should do a whole video on him by itself. We're gonna do that.
True, or else this is gonna go on forever.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do a podcast where each of us is assigned to a character in the story and we story tell it.
Ooh,
I'm about to say that'd be
true.
better because it'd be a little bit confusing because it's like, oh, Mr. Redacted and Mrs. Redacted and Dr. Redacted.
We just
Yeah,
redacted
'cause
redacted
I'm-
every 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm pretty done with saying redacted.
And then he touched the
I'm sorry,
redacted.
folks. Yeah, he
Yeah,
touched me
so
and my redacted. A long story short, his whole team died, and he couldn't stop it. Anywho,
Yeah.
that was
He stopped the
SCP-96. It's an unstoppable force of just fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, I feel.
I in the little bit of research that I did on it because of those videos that I've watched, I'm pretty sure if they put him in the space station, he just jumps, he just goes like.
I'm saying
as far as I know, his physical abilities change based off of what it takes to get to the victim.
Yo, I got an idea, Harry. So,
What's
you
that?
know how we send spacecraft and probes into deep space?
Yeah.
Well, we send one where it's a picture of him in it and see what happens.
Sorry to the alien that comes across that
Yeah.
photo,
Oh
dude.
my
Yeah, we just break
God.
Zorgon. We just break the
Dude,
Zorgons. No,
As
I'm
a-
probably
Yeah,
more.
we'd get rid of him. We would never see him again.
Yeah.
That's one way to
Motherfuckers-
see if there's fucking fucking life out there.
Yeah,
dude.
if he
Holy
fucking runs,
shit.
and he just fucking jumps in the space. Well, it's like, well,
Yo, if one
There's
day
life
he
in
ignores
space.
everything and goes, then we know what happened.
Just
man
like,
just starts spinning like a helicopter.
did someone take a look at him? No, we sent that picture of him up to space. What?
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Dude's planet hopping.
Bro, you'd
Jumping
be
like
in another-
Mario, dude, fucking crushing Koopas and shit, trying to get.
You'd be in
to
a
the
different
princess.
galaxy, dude. Dude just fucking crashes through the sun.
Oh my god. Okay, I want to dive into my next SCP if nobody else has something they want to.
I'll do mine as a sandwich.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite SCPs, and I think this is either the first SCP I found about or the second.
Is it the
This is one
furry
of the first.
SCP? Please tell me it's
No,
not the furry
that's-
SCP.
That one's scary. No, why would you think that would be the first one I found? I fucking hate that one.
Oh,
The
God.
internet. Why did you do that? Don't search it up. Don't. Don't go on DeviantArt and search up that SCP. I beg of you. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about SCP-87. So, within the first 100, And I like SCP-87 because it's pretty simple, but I feel like it's still pretty creepy for what it is. It's just, as SCP-87 was just found at like a school where it's just a stairwell with no lights. And it's like a tight stairwell that just descends where it's just
You
like
said SCP-37?
87.
87.
Yeah, and it's just a stairwell at like a campus. And it just descends for what we know is indefinitely because no one has explored it all the way. And I just kind of that's half of it, but I'd really like it because for me, I feel like it's kind of like a descent into hell, you know, or it's like the pit of like a beast or something like that. It's just very, I don't know, it just like gives me like a primal uneasiness.
That is it. I haven't looked into this, so I'm just gonna probe at it a little bit.
So
how
here,
do they leave? Do they have to go all the way back up the stairs that they went down?
Yep. Yep.
I'm not. I will not be testing this SCP.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I remember. So that's not just it. In the SCP, when you go in, occasionally you'll hear cries of like help or something like that from what sounds like a child from below.
So just this kid, he's chilling.
Just like the
He's been
echoes
there
of
a
a child.
while.
And inside SCP is SCP-87-1. And you see that little...
Your
Wait.
little guy?
No, the other one, the farther, on the very far corner.
No,
This.
all I see is
That
a
guy.
girl.
Yeah. So
For the
it's a-
viewers or for the listeners, I've got a background
Oh!
for my face that's
Ew.
got SCPs like imprinted into it. So they're having me point at SCPs inside my background.
Yeah, sorry to the listeners. But yeah, it's just like a pale face with no irises, like, or no irises or pupils, and no mouth, and it just looks at you. And it just scares the fuck out of whoever sees it. And I think
Is this
I don't
also
know.
in the stairs or is this a new one?
Yes, it's
Do
in
you
the
take
stairs.
some like psychological damage from it or something, or what's the repercussions for looking at it?
They don't know if it's like normal psychological damage or it's caused by the SCP. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because it could just be placebo
just-
effect.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, we don't know if it's scary because, you know, it's just a fucking floating face, or it's scary and making them more afraid because,
Oh,
you know,
the floating faces are in the games. They show up in most of the. Actually, no. Okay. I
No,
think
it's in
I
the
know-
actual wiki, too.
I'm clicking my buttons on my
its
stars
name's
are
the
aligning.
stairwell.
They usually are in the stairwell, but in the games like Backrooms games, the staring faces are in most of the levels, especially
Yeah.
the parking garage. I
Yeah,
think that's why these are meshing to me, because the
Yeah.
SCP games and the Backrooms games use the same characters.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very interesting though. I just like it because it's simple and it's not super complicated, but it has a very weird element, and it's something that's
It's just
normally
very
mundane.
liminal.
Something normally mundane made creepy.
Yeah,
And I think that's what
I think
really
that's
like
what
about it.
SCP is supposed to be initially.
Honestly, it's a lot of things, but it's very much, yeah, it feels like some of the early ones could be described as like, you know, like something more ordinary, but, you know, creepy, I guess. I mean, some of them are not. But
Yeah,
I like
so-
the ones that aren't super over top, where it's like, it's this world-ending calamity type of thing. I don't really like many of those, personally.
Yeah, it goes a little too far, but as does everything.
Yeah. Anyways, that was SCP-87.
Those are, I
Uh,
think those are pretty cool.
hopefully
The
you-
stairwell one, it just liminal spaces in general.
The
that kind of
stairwell
stuff
one is
awesome.
part of the face. The face is in the stairwell. So the face is
Yeah.
87-1.
God, I think
Yeah.
the stairs scare me more than the face and the wall.
Yeah, they both blend very well together.
I'll have a staring contest with him.
Yeah.
It's just you're walking all the way down the stairs, and they're like, "Okay, let's turn back for the day." Oh, how many flights did we do? At least 100. Fuck.
I don't know how the farthest someone went, like maybe 50.
50 flights. Dude.
I
I
think
don't know.
I can barely
Thing
do
is,
3.
also, thing is, I think it's over 50. I think it's less than 100 though.
Is there a center? Is there a hole in the stairwell? Like,
No,
the
it's
stairwells usually go
it's
around.
tight.
Or is it's tight. Damn it!
It's tight.
I was gonna
You can
say,
only
just
see-
fucking drop.
You can only see down to the next flight.
You just
Damn.
take the fast path down. You take the
Just drop.
the
Just
fast
go.
way.
No cheating.
So it's not a spiral.
Damn
It's
it.
basically like an apartment
No,
complex type thing.
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
staircase, platform, staircase, platform. Yeah, and it's very
Damn
like
it. I
cramped.
thought I found a loophole there.
Yeah, you can put a picture up Travis, so to get the
I
people
will.
idea
I
who
already
are
have
watching it.
Oh, I
Okay.
already have the
The
timestamp.
timestamp's cool.
God bless you.
Cool. So I'll move on to the next one.
Oh yeah, man.
My second out of 3 is SCP-3812, A Voice Behind Me.
Ooh, I don't think I've seen this one.
This one I thought was pretty interesting when I read up on it. So I'll go into my script. In the labyrinth of SCPs, where the unexplained and the anomalous converge, SCP-3812, also known as A Voice Behind Me, stands as a haunting testament to the fragility of human perception. This psychological marvel goes beyond the realm of physical entities, weaving its eerie threads into the fabric of reality and leaving a chilling imprint on those who encounter it. Once an ordinary human named Sam Howell, I almost dyslexiaed that, Ham Sowell. Sam Howell, SCP-3812's origins trace back to his
Hold on, Harry.
demise.
You good, Travis?
Sorry, listeners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just making sure. So, SCP-3812's origins trace back to Sam Howell's demise. Through a twist of fate or an inexplicable anomaly, Sam's passing marked a transformation that transcended the boundaries of life and death in his wake. SCP-3812 emerged as a reality-warping phenomenon inextricably tied to his existence. The manifestation of 3812 is as insidious as it is unsettling. Affected individuals experience an omnipresent and persistent sensation of someone constantly lurking behind them. Even in moments of solitude, the chilling presence remains, casting a shadow of paranoia and unease. This relentless feeling seeps into the psyche, eroding sanity and unraveling the delicate threads of reality. What makes SCP-3812 truly disconcerting is its progression. Initially, Sam, the catalyst of this anomaly, was responsive and sought assistance. He acknowledged the unsettling phenomena surrounding him and expressed his desire for help. However, as the anomaly intensified, Sam's behavior took an unsettling turn. He descended into withdrawal, exhibiting erratic and unpredictable actions. Now, SCP-3812 has become unresponsive to reason, and the reality-altering effects have spiraled into chaos. It stands as a formidable and enigmatic entity, a testament to the unfathomable depths of the human mind and the fragility of our perceived reality.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I like
think
that.
This one basically just causes paranoia in whoever it sees fit.
That's interesting. I like that one a lot. It's me. It's like me after watching true crime.
Yep.
But you know,
it just keeps
it's
getting
permanent.
worse. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't. If you try talking to it, well, like they said, it doesn't see reason. So
That's
it just
interesting.
keeps going until your mind turns into soupy.
That's
I like it
interesting.
when
I like
my
that
mind
one a lot.
turns into soup.
I like that one a lot. That's a really
Boy,
nice
do
one.
I have an SCP for you.
It's another one that I don't know the name of it, but it reminds me of another one where it's like mainly psychological, but it's like a lot
sure
less
there's a bunch.
insidious. Where it's literally just like, oh yeah, you just see like a weird bug thing in the corner of your eye sometimes.
Yeah,
Isn't there a
I like.
Isn't there a camera SCP?
Yeah, I think there's a
What
few
is
Camera
actually.
SCP with Jared's what's his name, 83.
All I see is cornflakes, dude.
Yeah.
Cornflake. Yeah, there is a camera one where I don't only know from the game SCP Containment Breach. Great game.
Which
Maybe we'll-
that reminds me. Sorry for interrupting. I do want to go into like how the SCP Foundation, like the whole like website itself, affected like pop culture and shit. Because it sparked a ton of games and it sparked a ton of like cool
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of, I was gonna mention it, but I completely forgot about with 87 because 87 inspired like multiple games to come out afterwards. I think
Yeah.
that's actually what started like a lot of SCP games, and I think the guy who made Containment Breach, don't quote me on this, but I think he started out with a game about the stairwell, and then they started making
Why
SCP
do you make a
Containment
game
Breach.
about the stairwell? You go downstairs a lot.
Yeah, dude, it was like
What
it was
what
like a
game.
it was like a free game on itch.io. You know.
Dude made stairs the game.
Yeah, but yeah, it was interesting because now like the guy who made SCP Containment Breach now made the game Baratron, which is also a good game.
Yeah, a lot of the SCP game style stuff comes from Gmod as well. Gary's mod, for those who are uninitiated. It's like a sandbox game. You just create stuff like Roblox in its infancy.
Yeah. What
Continue.
are we talking about? Yeah, SCP and its effect on culture. Then Containment Breach came out, and that was like the big
Yeah.
one. And
So,
I didn't explain earlier, but I actually found SCP through Containment Breach through a small little known YouTuber. He's played a few games like
talking about Markiplier.
he's the king of Five Nights at Freddy's, Mr. Marky Moo.
King of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah,
Dude, you got it on the money.
yeah.
I did a little bit of research here while you guys were talking about that. So SCP, it impacted pop culture in a pretty unique way, unlike traditional fiction universes, like with books or like movies. SCP is a collaborative thing, a community project. It influenced creepypastas and the how do you say, the interest in the unknown. SCP.
Well, I think
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I kind of think of SCP as a creepypasta, but very much is. I'm gonna hate saying this,
I
but
think
it
it-
very much is a Marvel multiverse of creepypastas.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah, I
really
could get
say
behind
it's
that.
a
I don't know.
creepypasta.
It's in the same light, though. I mean,
Yeah, users go on a forum to write stories and about creepy things that they thought about.
Yeah, I guess.
That in its bones, that's the same thing.
yeah,
So, SCP
I
falls
know
under.
there's probably.
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say I know there's probably some turbo nerds that are gonna argue with us about that. Sorry, but that's what it is.
But like the 411 episode, we would like constructive, positive criticism.
or negative.
Oh, absolutely. No negative comments.
No. Well,
Mm,
people
no
can
more
voice their
cuss words.
people can voice their opinions. Just
be sure if you
don't call me a
be sure
poopy
to,
head.
Be sure to comment for the algorithm.
Dude, if you comment bad on this episode, we're gonna show you a picture of SCP-87 and
96?
96. It's
96.
80.
Nice.
Ah,
96.
sorry, turbo nerd. Yeah, we'll show you a picture of that guy, and you'll have a great next day.
Okay. SCP falls under the umbrella of creepypasta, so it's like the reason why it falls in that is that they're internet stories. This is what creepypasta is: internet horror stories. It taps into the fascination with mysteries and the potential for real-world hidden organizations, like we're getting into conspiracies, but the Illuminati and the Freemasons,
What's crazy actually?
Area 51.
I think my
yeah.
dad and my brother
Basically.
got invited by the Freemasons or something like that.
What?
Like an invitation or something like that. I don't know. That's what my dad said.
I mean, I think they're an actual thing, aren't they? Like an actual organization.
Freemasons are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think my dad and my brother was like invited by them to do something or something like that.
They're like construction, right?
No, we
No?
should, dude. We should.
Aren't there
Yeah, the-
Masons?
Are we gonna do an
This-
episode on the
this is a pretty-
Freemasons?
I don't know. That's a pretty taboo topic.
I'll
Is
be
it-
down.
Is it political
I'll be
in
down.
any way?
I think we should do.
Anything-
It may be political.
I think a lot of separate
I-
life would be
I think
political.
I think it's a very United States type beat.
I really
But
want
we
to
could do
steer.
research and we'll think about it.
Yeah,
Let's
I
talk
really
about
want to
MK
steer
Ultra.
clear of political topics because politics aren't nice and I don't like them.
Fair.
Also,
And
this
getting
is
into
a
politics on
horror
scary
podcast. Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
horror podcast, not a
Fair.
political podcast. You want a
Hey,
political
MK Ultra
podcast?
is
Go
horror.
somewhere else.
MK Ultra is horror.
Listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, go watch Joe Jogan. Okay.
What's wrong with
Oh,
Joe Rogan?
Political. If you want political shit, go
I
watch it.
love
Go
Joe
watch Joe
Rogan
Rogan.
when he talks about ketamine.
It's definitely one of the podcasts of all time.
SCP also inspired memes. SCP entries with their clinical reports and unsettling content are perfect for short, creepy stories that's it spreads easily online. Like the meme. What's the one SCP that everyone draws porn on?
Which one? Which one do you think
The
it is?
furry?
The-
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know the name of it. I don't know the SCP name, but yeah, that's like a good example. Furries got a hold of an SCP. We hate furries. Furries suck.
I looked it up.
Damn.
For the viewers,
You looked it up?
If the quality is good enough on your I looked it up. For the viewers, if
Oh,
the
no.
quality is good enough, right in my hand right here is the original image of the SCP. This has been taken over on the internet with a bunch of I'll just say it bluntly, like furry artists have taken it over and done their art style with it and put it in various positions.
Very exposed positions.
Does
the what's this type
No.
content.
what's
So,
that SCP
yeah, I don't
called?
have to
What's the
comment on it
SCP's name? We have to be
Uh,
thorough.
I think
this
Milo?
It looks like it's SCP-3312.
I think it's. Is it Milo or Milo? I don't remember.
I don't know, and I don't really care to look into it any farther than that. So
I'm surprised you did. Man, saw the
I
real
just wanted
horror.
to,
Anyways-
be sure.
Yeah, I just want to. That was just an example I had in mind.
I don't like
yeah.
that example very much.
Well, I mean,
I'm with Eric.
blame Jared. He's the one who introduced it to me.
What?
SCP also inspired video games. This is stuff we really should have talked about at the beginning of the podcast. But
I
you
did
know
mention
what?
it.
I guess now is a better
Oh,
time
Harry, stop
than
browsing.
ever. Harry's currently looking
I
at
just-
furry
I
porn.
just see Harry's just like. I just fucking see Harry going through all 5 stages of grief. She's just
Eric, if you're listening to this is a good clip. This is a real good clip to get. Just Harry looking at furry porn while we're talking about
Bro.
SCP.
I'm not looking at, dude. I swear I'm not looking at furry porn, dude.
He's looking at furry
Do
porn. Clip this, Eric.
Do not
Clip
put me on
this.
blast, dude. This is.
That's what you-
Dude, I don't mean that in a furry way. The wolf comment. I mean the. Dude,
That's what you get for
I
calling.
mean that.
That's what you get for calling my one drawing furry, motherfucker.
Dude, I mean wolf in the sense of like
You could have
Oh,
just
boy.
said
Yikes.
yikes. You could have just said yikes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll say
wolf.
yikes. I take no. I take my comment. I take that comment back. This is dude. This is a yikes moment.
Wooga.
Yeah, it's like
For those of you looking for a train wreck to watch and just not be able to peel your eyes away because it's so fucking horrible to look at, then this is the thing for you.
What
So
if-
I don't mean any disrespect towards furries. I have no problem with furries. Be yourself. This is weird.
Oh, I don't give a
Sorry.
shit at the end of the day.
This
It's
is
just
weird.
yeah, it's just that. It's just like, oh, okay.
So
That's
I've
the thing.
closed the tab, and I would like to read my other SCP
Wait.
so I can get away from this.
Yeah,
but
topic
I'm not
mentally.
finished. The SCP
Please
games.
tell me it has nothing to do with this.
No, the
Okay.
SCP games that were inspired to be made by this whole community of creative people is one, SCP Containment Breach. It's a free-to-play
already
game
mentioned
that
it.
puts you. I know.
Okay.
I know. You hear me? I know. I'm just listing off the games.
Okay, I thought you could I thought you could talk about it again. Like Travis.
No,
Go,
SCP Containment Breach, the free-to-play game that puts you in the shoes of D-class test subject trying to escape the containment facility. This was cool. It was on. It's on Steam. Another game is SCP Secret Laboratory. It's a multiplayer game, and then there's one SCP -3008. This game takes place inside of an IKEA, and you have to escape the endless furniture labyrinth. Those are just some of the games that I could find, and then I believe Wendigoon is making a SCP themed movie called Stalker.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. You should check out his channel if you guys haven't.
Oh,
Very
gee,
good
Wendigoon's
YouTuber.
the goat.
Way better than us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wendigoon and Papa Me are huge inspirations for this channel. You know, Creepcast, Cryptic Corner. Hopefully we can do a Cryptic Cast with them one day if they'll join us, but who knows? Who knows, dude?
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Maybe we're thinking too far in the future, but go ahead and explain your
Yeah.
guys' SCPs now that I'm done.
I only had the
mumbling and
one.
rambling.
I had enough time to do the one, so.
Okay, yeah, we're running up on our hour, so I'll read mine because this is another kind of extensive one. So let's put our listening caps on, and both boys just flick their headphones back onto their heads. So, in our exploration of the SCP Foundation, my final exploration takes us to the threshold of a realm that defies comprehension, the Anti-Mimetics Division, designated as SCP-3125. This clandestine branch of the Foundation operates with a singular mission: to contain and study entities known as anti-mimetics. Anti-mimetics present a unique challenge that goes beyond the realm of physical or supernatural. They are ideas, concepts, or entities that elude perception and evade memory, existing in a twilight zone between reality and unreality, like a fleeting dream that vanishes upon waking. Anti-mimetics slip through the cracks of consciousness, leaving behind only fragments of remembrance. Yet another Doctor Who reference there. I unfortunately can't remember their name because I saw him and looked away. The SCP-3125 file, shrouded in secrecy and heavily redacted, hints at the extraordinary measures taken by the Anti-Mimetics Division to contain these enigmatic anomalies. Bizarre rituals, dangerous experiments, and a relentless battle against forgetting consume the lives of the Division's dedicated personnel. Amidst the darkness, fragments of information manage to leak through, shedding a faint light on the enigmatic operations of SCP-3125.
Yes.
Researchers grapple with the challenge of documenting anti-mimetics, as every attempt to fully comprehend them seems thwarted by the very nature of the anomalies themselves. Like a relentless game of hide-and-seek, the Anti-Mimetics Division struggles to grasp hold of something that slips through their fingers the moment that they believe they have it. The Anti-Mimetics Division operates in a realm where the boundaries of reality blur, where the known and unknown collide. It's a place where the human mind is tested to its limits, and where the very act of understanding becomes a battle against the insidious forces of oblivion. In the enigmatic world of SCP-3125, the line between reality and unreality becomes a treacherous path, where the human psyche is a fragile vessel caught in the currents of the unknowable.
That's interesting. I like that one because it's not tour, but makes you like think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the Doctor Who counterpart to this.
They wouldn't like me. My brain's got nothing in it but peanuts and pumpkins.
If you shake me, my head fucking rings.
They're called the Silence. I should have remembered that.
But I think I kind of like about it. It's like a part of me kind of thinks like,
Doctor Who
what
nerd.
if the SCP could just be like one of those things where, like, unreliable narrator type thing. That's what I think of. Like, it could be also that, which makes me think about too. Is like, could the SCP just be causing them to like not be able to comprehend it, and that's the SCP. you know,
That's what
I guess
that's
that,
kind of
I guess
what
what
this
it
means.
is, you know. But
So this SCP specifically is the division of the SCP Foundation. So they're calling this division an SCP in itself because this division physically can't comprehend what they're trying to record.
yeah, it's very strange,
So
mind-boggling.
this
but in a
one,
good way.
I wanted to leave that off on a extremely broad SCP, something that either you don't understand in its entirety because of the SCP, it is what it is, or because it's just
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting because
Yeah.
it's such a out there idea.
I'm about to say I like it because it adds a bit of diversity to like what an SCP can be, and I think it lets the people watching know like SCP doesn't have to be a specific thing. It can be an object. It can be a person. I guess to a
It can
degree,
be
it can be in this
anything, to
sense.
be
It can be a
real.
concept. Yeah,
It could be
it's
a cup
very
of water,
very wide
dude.
net.
You know what? Let's create our own little SCP right here. I'm calling it the cup of water.
Okay.
And if you drink it,
Or-
you'll turn into water, and anything it touches will turn into water, except for the cup
That is
that it's
a
in.
world-ending.
Yep.
That is a world-ending thing.
Yep.
You turn into water.
But-
the floor turns into water. The ground under the floor turns into the water.
Everything will turn into water. But here's the thing, right? It's only in that little area that the water touches. So like where the puddle touches, that it just turns into there. So like if it's like a little puddle on the ground, it'll just keep going down. It won't turn like the whole world into water unless
What
like
happens when it reaches China?
it'll reach the core first and turn the core into water.
Then we're fucked.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a world ending.
So it's a world. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but
SCP
But-
corrupting with.
before inmates have been turned into water, they say it tastes like lemon zest, and they turn into water.
This tastes zesty.
Yeah,
I'm allergic to it.
they are made to stand above, they're made to stand like in a little bucket that's made out of the same material as the cup that's holding the water. So Jared, knowing
Very-
this
yeah.
information, what class would you give the world-ending cup of water? I'm just calling it water
would-
cup,
I would put it in Kether because anything it touches turns into water.
but it can be
But
easily
also,
contained.
you put it into a box. Yeah, it's easily contained.
Okay, if
doesn't change
okay,
the container it's
well,
in.
it's made it sound like literally tries like anything it touches turns into water.
Well, yeah, if you dump the cup out onto the
long as-
floor, it's gonna turn into water.
Oh, okay. If it's fine in the cup, then yeah, it's safe.
Yeah, it's fine in the cup.
Just don't touch the cup.
Well, just don't touch the
Alright,
water in the
you
cup.
got an idea
know?
for your home cooked SCP?
Homebrewed SCP.
Yeah.
Fucking water.
This is gonna turn into a D&D campaign, dude. You have to protect the fucking cup of water. Don't spill the cup, and just everything turns into water.
So what if we turn this around? What happens if you take this cup of water and you give it to SCP-173, the sculpture? What if you pour it on his motherfucking head? What happens to him?
He turns into
It
water.
turns to water. He's not SCP anymore.
He turns into. That's how you can get rid of all the SCPs. You just get the cup of water.
I think
There
that's
you
the
go,
thing they've done
SCP
before,
Ender.
where like they.
Even the immortal lizard dude. You just put that on him. He'll.
I was thinking
he'll
about that
turn
one.
to
Yeah,
water.
to turn
Just-
him large.
He'll turn to water.
Yeah, the immortal lizard is also another thing the furries have taken a hold of.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that one.
Well, let's be real. He's just this
Unfortunately.
giant fucking Komodo dragon looking ass. Godzilla's in a room.
I don't want to.
Isn't he
search
also,
because
like-
I
I
don't.
should say scalies.
Isn't
I don't
he
mind-
like
remember
depressed all the
thinking of
time
him.
or something? Is that why he doesn't destroy the world or...
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's like an Eeyore thing.
I thought it was like a thing where he's just like super fucking angry
I don't know.
and violent.
He hasn't like from what
I
I
think he
from
is.
what I listened to, he doesn't really like list. He hasn't really killed anybody, so
Oh,
He's
okay.
just,
I
like-
don't know much about him.
I don't
just
know much either. But
he's
like one
pretty
of the
chill
stories
dude.
I listened to, they were like, "Oh yeah, we go in there and talk to him sometimes, and he just hates mankind, but he really hates this one dude." We're just like, okay, that's cool.
Sorry.
Well, we'll do more research. I think we need to be a little more organized with our topics, but we
I like
have
that.
we have
Yeah,
this. So real quick, let me give credit. Harry has put this into like a format on a document, like giving us like talking points. but
I'm doing my best here, man.
we don't really stick to the topics. But I
You
think
guys
that's the charm of the
jump
podcast.
so fucking much. Yeah, that it's not a huge problem.
Honestly,
I give us an outline for most of our podcasts to go off of to kind of keep us on track, and these two motherfuckers just ignore that shit. So
honestly, for me, I mainly just pay attention to
I
my
like to
notebook.
rein us back. Yeah.
Yeah. If I get too off topic, hopefully you two can.
Yeah,
run me in.
I like to rein it back. It's cool if we go out and we come back, so
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
explore but don't go into space.
Yeah. If it were up to me, it would just be straight to the point. It would be like a robot talking. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I am in charge.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, do we have anything else? Do you want to talk about anything else before we wrap up this episode? We have hit that hour mark.
If y'all want us to talk about more SCPs, be sure to let us know. Because
Oh,
it's
yes,
fun
of
doing a little
course.
bit of research.
Maybe leave us some suggestions. I'll go and I'll write up a script to make it interesting or something.
Yeah.
And
Maybe we
we'll
can-
definitely work on our voice acting.
Mine's perfect, dude. Here, I've got a small outro that I want to roll through
Oh.
before you do yours.
Oh,
Travis.
Okay.
So, these are just a few examples of the fascinating and diverse SCPs documented online. The SCP forums are a treasure trove of lore, discussion, and creative writing that continues to expand the SCP universe. If you're curious to learn more, I highly recommend checking out the SCP Wiki. There you'll find countless entries, tales, and fan creations that will take you deeper into the SCP rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
Huh. It kind of sounds like AI wrote that, huh?
I wrote that.
Damn.
You fuck.
Wow.
I'm playing.
Wow. You don't
anyways,
like-
Motherfucker.
anyways, if you guys have made it this far, do go ahead, drop a like or dislike, subscribe, hit the bell. If you're on Spotify, which we kind of hope you are, go ahead, rate us, follow us, like us, maybe download and share us. If you guys want us to take a look at a certain topic, or you're just really interested and have a little question, go ahead and just leave a comment. There's ways to comment on Spotify. Are we gonna be? I'll just mention it anyways. This video is going to be on a new channel. It's not going to be on the old one. And
I say post it in both places and advertise this new channel.
true.
We save that discussion.
Yeah.
for later.
There's a tech tip there.
But yeah, if you guys liked it, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, or don't. But it'd be really cool if you did.
All
You guys have anything else to say?
No, I just want to say goodbye to all our listeners. Thank you for tuning in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'd
Dope,
like
dope,
to
dope.
say have a good night. Oh yeah. Also, sorry about showing you guys this if you're watching the video. Hopefully you live a happy life. That is
Don't
for like 2
apologize
days.
for it. Don't apologize
Sorry,
for
viewers.
it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Well,
Bye bye. Bye bye.